have to submit to your own development. And if it takes you 6 years, so what? Where else are you going to be in 6 years? At least you know where you're going. At least you're moving towards that goal. I'm a break-even trader, Michael. I can't make any money. It's pissing me off. You know what I see? That's opportunity. Because if you're not losing money, you're consistently staying around the unchanged mark, you got what it takes. You have what it takes.
Adversities are always going to be there in anything you do. How you deal with them, how you think about them, how you give them power and authority over you, that's the deciding factor, whether you succeed or fail in overcoming them. But you can't hide from them. You can't pretend they don't exist. You fucking identify them, point them out, and say, your ass is out of here, motherfucker. You don't get to stay here no more. You attack it. This is one of the hardest things that you as a human being will ever endeavor to do. Because it's so easy to psych yourself out. I'm convinced that 80% of people that fail, they talk themselves into failure, either subconsciously or blatantly. Think about what you've done to yourself as a trader. If you've traded with live funds and you've blown that account or accounts, you can go right back to the moment where you knew at that moment, right before you did it, when you still had money in the account, the day that you did like 25, 30 trades, over leveraging, trying to fix something, trying to just do whatever, at some point, it became like you just wanted to end it all because it was too painful. Just click until I don't have any more money left. I don't have the discipline to do it right. I've already convinced myself that I'm never going to do this, so let's just blow the account and be done with it. So subconsciously what? Your mind tells your hand there's something to do. Push the button. But the chart's saying nothing about doing anything at all. You're never going to see a book written like that. But that's the stuff that goes on for real.
Yo, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing? Happy FOMC to all those who celebrate. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Say what's up in the chat. Hit the like button before we get started, boys and girls. Don't be shy. What's up, Sean? What's up, Jose? Ratio Lord, Horty Panda, Koopa Slasha. What's up, Koopa Slasha? We got Big Head Reef. What's up, dude? Macan, Alley, Wayne, Santana, Oracle. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. One second here. Welcome in, welcome in. Hit the like button, boys and girls. What's up, Kevin? TRP, Corey, ICT changed my trading. Hello, hello. How's it been? ICT changed your trading. I feel like I haven't seen you in here in a while. Where you been, dude? But anyway, without further ado, boys and girls, let's go ahead and start diving into the charts here. I am flat on the day, so I have not taken anything thus far. You guys can let me know in the chat if you guys have taken any trades this morning. I mean, usually it's a good idea to sit out the morning of FOMC. Generally, it's just slow, choppy, and really unpredictable, and it's just not the best environment to be trying to trade in. So hopefully a lot of you guys stayed safe. sat on hands, stayed patient. For those of you guys that did not hear, we did get a 25 basis point cut. So as expected, interest rates were dropped another 0.25%. We are waiting right now on the FOMC press conference. So Powell will start speaking here in about 10 minutes or so. And usually that's when we see kind of some more volatility enter the market. We see a little bit of manipulation and then distribution. So we'll see what we are working with when we get there. Let me turn the auto down a little bit. Okay, should be good. So let's just dive in and take a look at things now. Going up to the daily, you can kind of see obviously how these daily candles have been printing. So far today, we've taken out previous day low and most recently now trading up above previous day high. Looking at the weekly here quick. Yeah. So we'll see if we want to get continuation. There's still so much buy side liquidity that is just left up here. Previous weekly high, these previous day highs. I mean, this is to me where I feel like we should be headed, even obviously considering that, you know, with another interest rate cut, you would expect that to be more of a bullish sentiment for the markets overall. So that's kind of the way that I'm leaning here and the way that I'd prefer to trade if we can. 4 hour, not a whole lot going here. We've just been so choppy and range bound, really. So there's not much there. Hourly. I mean, yeah, there's like no inefficiencies at all that we're really delivering from, if I'm being honest. We've just kind of been in this range, this consolidation. You guys can see like just literally swiping lows and coming back in the range, swiping highs, back in the range, generate liquidity, swipe a low, swipe. It's like literally, it's kind of just been sideways, almost like seek and destroy conditions in this, right? Sweep high, sweep low, sweep high, sweep low, sweep high, sweep low, sweep high, sweep low. So that's nice. Hopefully we can get out of here and start moving. But 15-minute. Finally, you start to see some inefficiencies that we could utilize here, like this inversion fair value gap on the 15. Obviously being displaced through here. And really the draw, this is kind of where, like, you know, on the higher time frames, it's definitely a lot easier to have a draw, all right, looking at these highs. But whether or not those highs are in play today or they're in play, you know, maybe the later part of this week or even next week is the question. So the draw for today, right now, if I had to pick, it's a little bit tough. We're SMTing the high here. I mean, I would just say like eyes on these recent highs that were left, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really like super obvious, other than just like I said, this previous weekly high at 868. And it's not to say that we couldn't. I mean, you would think on an FOMC day there'd be plenty of juice to be able to do that. It's only 180 points away, so perhaps I should not underestimate Mr. Market. Perhaps I should not do such a thing. But we got Powell speaking in 7 minutes. Kind of waiting on that, but this is really what I'm seeing for the moment, right? So 15-minute gap displaced through. We left. Well, it's actually a 15-minute. Well, when this candle closes, it'll probably be a BPR, would be my guess. We'll see. Like I said, SMT at the high currently against the bullish narrative. But realistically, did this rebalance? It looks like it, yeah. So we rebalanced here right before news. And now we're obviously working up. So I would look to mark out this dealing range here. And maybe we see something like this. All things to consider, boys and girls. Let me pull up the Powell speech here, just so we have it ready to go. I'm gonna turn the volume down, but we'll keep an eye on this. We'll see when Powell comes live. Usually for FOMC days, boys and girls, like this is kind of the routine, right? So it's like wait for the Fed fund, the rate decision, and then you're usually still waiting quite a bit for Powell to start yapping, and then kind of after his initial statements, and then he starts taking questions, it's almost like the market kind of comes to life. So we'll wait on that. But yeah, looking around at the markets, let's see if there's anything that jumps off the screen here. Ethereum's up 2% today. Microsoft is down 3%. Meta's down almost 2%. Otherwise, not a whole lot of movement. Less than 1% on, well, Nvidia's down 1%. Otherwise, we're under 1% for the most part. Amazon 1%. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, to be honest. We'll see, boys. Just retraced to 50% of this last impulse. So we'll see if we find support here and want to see continuation higher. But yeah, that's the skinny, boys. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking. The chat, the poll in the chat, 66% bullish, 34% bearish. Okay. So it sounds like you guys are feeling a little bit more bullish as well, or at least wanting to. Did I take anything today? No, I am flat. I am flat on the day. I slept in, did not even look at charts this morning. We got like 8 inches of snow, I think, overnight. I woke up. I got woken up at like 6 a.m. to snowplows. Going ham. But yeah, no, I did not even look at charts today. Did not even look at charts. Meanwhile, it's 80 degrees in LA. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's just like, at least we're going to have a white Christmas, and then I might have to get the fuck out of here. What would it take for me to get a BBL? What would it take for me to get a BBL? That's a great question. You know, the thing is, boys, is when you've been blessed with the dumpy of a athlete, some would argue that a BBL wouldn't be necessary. Some would maybe even make the argument that a BBL would make it worse. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's necessary. But if I had to answer the question just for being a good sport, I would say it would take ICT coming out and saying that, guys, I actually stole all of these concepts from Tyler Trades. Therefore, I need to do the right thing, and I need to garner all credit to Tyler Trades. We're not gonna call them Tyler Trades concepts. And then maybe I would consider it. You know what I mean? But otherwise, yeah, no BBLs for your boy. You think my boyfriend would be pissed? You know what, Sensef? Fuck you, man. You're going in timeout for 1 minute. Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Oh. Yeah, you guys didn't know. I already have a BBO. I already got one. Almost blew fun. Yeah, how'd you guys do today? Who traded today? Oh, dude, you be firing up those glutes in the gym, Kev. Hit that little ass blaster machine. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, I call it an ass blaster. I actually don't know what the actual name of it is. I call it the ass blaster. But you put the plates on both sides. You get into it. It's a little pad that goes across the front, and you're just sitting there like air humping. You know what I'm talking about? What's that machine called? I call it the ass blaster. Right? You're hip thrusting into the air. You're holding it, squeezing it at the top. You know what sucks? So usually is by like, I think it's probably because I'm dehydrated and I never stretch. But usually at like rep 8, if I'm really holding it at the top, my right hamstring like always starts to cramp up. Sometimes my calf too. But yeah, I never stretch. I don't stretch. Stretching is for women. Be a man. Be stiff. You know what I mean? No, that's my logic at least. Camera quality is not good. Camera quality looks A-okay on my end. I'm not dropping any frames. Bitrate is good. Connection is excellent. 60 frames per second. Looks good to me, boys. Let me know, boys. I think, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I think I've fixed my PC issues, hopefully. Oh, hang on. We got Powell coming in. Oh, well, maybe not. Hang on. They just turned the camera on, at least. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:30. Okay. Yeah, man, look at this. So 15-minute. Oh, man, we ended up closing this before the close, didn't we? Shit. But anyway, 5-minute BPR in discount of the range. And now look at this rally we're getting, boys. What do you guys think? Is anybody, Here he comes, boys. Here he comes. I want to hear the good afternoon. Is that tie purple?
Good afternoon. My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving.
Is that tie purple, boys? I can't even tell.
Maximum employment and stable prices.
That tie's got to be purple, no? Is that tie purple? The thing about these blue light glasses is everything is orange. Life is orange. I think it's purple. It almost could be blue, though. We're going to go with purple. Let's go with purple. Hang on, let me, we'll turn him up.
Today, the Federal Open Market
Let me
Committee
fix my
decided
mic
to
so it's not
lower our
echoing.
Policy interest rate by a 1/4 percentage point. As a separate matter, we also decided to initiate purchases of shorter-term Treasury securities solely for the purpose of maintaining an ample supply of reserves over time, thus supporting effective control of our policy rate. I will have more to say about monetary policy and its implementation after briefly reviewing economic developments. Although some key government data have yet to be released, available indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a moderate pace. Consumer spending appears to have remained solid, and business fixed investment has continued to expand. In contrast, activity in the housing sector remains weak. The temporary shutdown of the federal government has likely weighed on economic activity in the current quarter, but these effects should be mostly offset by higher growth next quarter, reflecting the reopening. In our summary of economic projections, the median participant projects that real GDP will rise 1.7% this year and 2.3% next year, somewhat stronger than projected in September. In the labor market, although official employment data for October and November are delayed, available evidence suggests that both layoffs and hiring remain low, and that both households' perceptions of job availability and firms' perceptions of hiring difficulty continue to decline. The official report on the labor market for September, the most recent release, showed that the unemployment rate continued to edge up, reaching 4.4%, and that job gains had slowed significantly since earlier in the year. A good part of the slowing likely reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and labor force participation, though labor demand has clearly softened as well. In this less dynamic and somewhat softer labor market, the downside risks to employment appear to have risen in recent months. In our SEP, the median projection of the unemployment rate is 4.5% at the end of this year and edges down thereafter. Inflation has eased significantly from its highs in mid-2022, but remains somewhat elevated relative to our 2% longer-run goal. Very little data on inflation have been released since our meeting in October. Total PCE prices rose 2.8% over the 12 months ending in September, and excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices also rose 2.8%. These readings are higher than earlier in the year as inflation for goods has picked up, reflecting the effects of tariffs. In contrast, disinflation appears to be continuing for services. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have declined from their peaks earlier in the year, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures. Most measures of longer-term expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 2.9% this year and 2.4% next year, a bit lower than the median projection in September. Thereafter, the median falls to 2%. Our monetary policy actions are guided by our dual mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. At today's meeting, the committee decided to lower the target range for the federal funds rate by a quarter percentage point to 3.5 to 3.75%. In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation. There is no risk-free path for policy as we navigate this tension between our employment and inflation goals.
All right, well, here we go. We are moving and grooving. Moving and grooving. Previous weekly high, 868. On NQ, previous weekly high, 905 on ES. Trading finally back above the weekly open. Let's see, guys. Let's see if we can find... Ooh, what the fuck? Quick, sharp move back down to that 50%. Or, not 50%. Sorry. Fair value gap here. Yeah, I'm going to see if we can catch longs. I'm trying to be patient, though. I mean, he's still giving, like, his opening remarks.
Leave us well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. In our summary of economic projections, FOMC participants wrote down their individual assessments of an appropriate path of the federal funds rate under what each participant judges to be the most likely scenario for the economy. The median participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will...
2 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute gaps. See how fast and furious this wants to be. Probably gonna have to use micros. Yeah, I agree, Ellie. I think we'll see some movement. Well, yeah, I mean, we already are. I've been working on the railroad all the ding-a-dong day. But yeah, my draw for right now is going to be these previous weekly highs up near 860s, 870s. God, Powell is just yapping. Yeah, here's our data candle. Yeah, I would probably still be willing to long, even if we don't go for data low. We did actually SMT, or wait, that's just the micro chart actually. I was about to say that we SMT'd this low here actually, but it's just a look at micro. Micro's data low, micro NASDAQ versus E-mini. A little bit of a difference there. All right, so he just finally stopped talking. He's going to start taking some questions now. Another spike. Like, this is why I've been staying patient, because I just don't want to, you know what I mean? This thing could flip in a hurry. Powell could say, fuck your calls, fuck your puts. Sheesh. Yeah. Maybe that data low is being drawn toward here. Ripping. Absolutely ripping. After all, the chat was, yeah, still over 60% bullish. No wonder we're going lower. We got to go lower. More than half the chat's fucking bullish. Can't go higher. Can't go higher with that, right? This would be a data high, data low. I'm still kind of thrown off why the data low is so different. The data low on micro is like 579. Meanwhile, it's 602 on E-mini. If you are trading to data low, I'm not, so maybe take this with a grain of salt, but I'd probably look at E-mini over MNQ. Just waiting. Hey, Bono, where is Tyler? What's Bono? I don't get it. Lead singer of U2? Oh. No idea. We have the same glasses? Listen, these glasses protect me against my flashbang charts. No idea. No, I think I've heard a U2 song before, probably. Aren't they like aren't they more so like dance, like EDM? Or no? I'm just kind of guessing, to be honest. Thoughts on short? No, I mean, I don't want to be short personally, but I mean, anything could happen. Like, let's just look at the daily candle, right? Like, this shit's fucking been range bound for a minute. These big like since the third, right? It's just huge daily wicks, small bodies, really fucking back and forth ranges. So who fucking knows? But yeah, to me, the cleaner or cleanest draws were these previous weekly highs on the higher time frames, at least. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards still. I mean, if we come trade below these lows, we actually will have some manipulation then, which is fine. But short if you wish, I guess. Don't fucking wait for me. Don't wait for me. We do have an SMT here. And bearish gap. We did not really get to the data low. We got to the opening price. You can see it instantly reacted off that data open. Is it going to give another drive down, or is that it? New 15-minute candle just opened up. This would be fucking kind of gnarly, to be honest. If this were to like just inverse. Bro, I'm fucking... Is it just me, or is my chart like really washed out right now? We'll go to the clear lenses. Get me back to reality a little bit. Two-minute. Maybe 3-minute. Inversion here's. Might play something like this, depending on if we can get this. Let's see. No, the candles aren't blurry. When I took these orange blue light glasses off, though, the green didn't look very green. Now my eyes are adjusting a little bit, and it doesn't look as washed out of a green as it did. Dude, I must be getting old, bro. Yeah, a lot of gaps. I mean, I was debating if maybe playing like this 3-minute inversion, but I might just opt to be a little safer here and err on the side of caution and wait for all of these, like this big 1-minute gap to be inversed. If you're feeling a little riskier, perhaps you're playing this 3-minute. 2-minute BPR being left here. I don't know, but it's possible that that could play, but like I said, might just err on the side of caution. I am a little bit weary that we traded down and we just hit that opening price without actually taking the data low. So I'm wondering if price is going to go back for that or not, but we'll see. Like I said, I probably will play this though. If we can get above here, oops. I'll probably try the longs. Be mindful of your size today. I mean, stops are a lot. Definitely probably using micros today. NQ is gay. Sometimes it is, dude. That's true. Sometimes NQ actually is very zesty. This is a true. This is a true. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. 250 here. Getting into the top of the hour. Looking to play this as an inversion if we can close above. Oh, I'm suspicious. Data low. I am as well. Bashi a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little suspicious as well. But we hit the opening price and we SMT'd this low. So if we get this inversion, I just feel like we could see the move happen here. What's up, Kelsick? I don't really like shorts personally, but anything could happen, I guess. Hmm, 30 seconds left on this 1 minute. Might get the inversion here. See how we close. Yeah, I'm gonna put buy limit on for right now. See if it can fill this. That'd be nice. Might be being a little bit of a dick for a tick in fast moving markets, but this would be a decent fill. That 2 minute and 3 minute though, if you entered off that, that's playing out pretty well right now. Is he still? Probably, yeah. He's probably taking questions still. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay, leaving this gap behind. I'm gonna move my limit up right to below the open of that candle. In that FVG, kind of go something like this. So my stop is protected by this inversion, obviously this bullish gap that we've already traded into, this bullish gap, and this is actually a bullish breaker. So those would be my 3 PDRAs, actually 4 PDRAs. This might just move too fast. This might not even this might not even give a chance here. Anybody market execute off the inversion close? If so, I mean, shit, it's moving. Well, you Well, at least we didn't go short. RIP to the Bears in the chat. I say that now, and then it could nuke to fucking 0 in the next 2 minutes. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't be trolling. Maybe I shouldn't be trolling. Boys, I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know if this is going to fucking pick me up. I think we might be getting left in the fucking dust. Should have entered off of the close of the inversion. Getting a little too picky there. Easy to say that in hindsight, right? Yeah, I'm trying to bop around time frames and see, you know, what other higher time frame PDRAs might be being left. Like if we could retrace to this 2-minute gap and retest this high. This is like risk rewards a little bit shoddier, kind of. I'd probably have to put my stop. Let me delete this for now. I'd probably have to do something like this. And yes, yeah, risk reward's not hot there, but it's over 1R. Could be worse. Yeah, I don't know. I just probably should have entered, not have been so picky, I guess. Like I said, easy to say that in hindsight, but damn. I mean, it sucks to like miss your entry by that much. You know what I mean? When you see like that happen, it's like, God, did I really need to save those extra 10, 11 points? Probably not. Keep the risk about the same. I'll give this a try. You know, see if we get picked up. So yeah, 2-minute gap and then just this breaker, order block, whatever you want to call it, I guess. See if we can find support here as we're moving pretty aggressively higher. And then, yeah, I mean, if we start taking out these levels, 860s, 870s, these buy-side levels, previous weekly highs, in all likelihood, it'll probably be a no-trade day for me. Because that's the target. That's the draw. That's the objective. No, I'm not even going to do that pair. Me personally, could you see retracement? Maybe, sure, but I'm not. Like, I'm of the opinion that we could still see new all-time highs before the end of the year, and this was really the catalyst to do it. If I'm being honest. Yeah. Damn, should have fucking executed right here. That's on me. Dang it, dang it, dang it. How was I to know we would get no wick? No wick down at all. But yeah, otherwise, stop placement on this. It might not matter because it might just rip, but stop placement on this. For me, like I said, below breaker, and all these fair value gaps would obviously have to fail to hit my stop. So however many PD arrays that ends up being. The crazy part is, like, if you anchor your fib from this swing low to the current high, 50% is actually right where my like original limit was set. So if we take on heat, maybe that's why, but just to point that out, I'm going to keep my limit on here, 770. Make sure ES did not take out, ES did not take out the previous weekly high yet. Or we've put in a new current high of the week though. Previous weekly high is Friday. Is there a 5 minute? There's a 5 minute here as well. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it as it is, I think. Oops. Risk reward's not the sexiest. It's still over 1R, but someone said, stop chasing, Unc, let it go. How am I chasing? I have a limit order. I didn't chase here. If my limits get filled, they get filled. How is that chasing? That's probably quite the opposite. Low IQ comment of the day. Someone had to do it. All right. Everyone that just said not worth it and I'm chasing, everyone's getting put in timeout. Go watch somebody else, please. Who's next? I did go to uni, but I dropped out, yeah. Oh, look, should have chased it. Should have chased it even more. Wow. Crazy. Amazing how these fucking 12-year-old kids don't know shit. You're tasting it, Timmy. Timmy, you're tasting it. Timmy, Timmy. Fucking retards, dude. God. Fuck. You know what I mean? Why do I do this to myself? Why? Why did I start streaming? You know what I mean? Just reading these comments, I lose fucking brain cells. But I'm the bad guy. But I'm the bad guy?
Stop it. Get some help.
Hugo's just like, bro, just fucking put the orange glasses on and relax. Just put the orange glasses on and relax. That's funny. All right, guys. ES is approaching 905. If ES takes out 905 or NQ takes out 867, it's no trade. No trade, and I'm going to get off because I don't think there'll be anything higher probability, to be honest. It's like you caught longs. If you caught longs, great. If you didn't catch longs, sucks to be you. Come back another day. To be honest. So just a heads up, boys. We'll see. ES is trading 8.99 currently. 6 points off of previous weekly high. YM took it. Yeah, fuck YM. Everything's going to take it. Everything is going to take it out. Trust me. But yeah, 2 minute and 3 minute inversion was a beauty. Obviously, there's no way for us to know exactly when we're going to pick up steam like this, but yeah. I'm just really a little upset that I mean, like I said, hindsight's 2020. I'm a little upset that I got left by this a little bit. So, yeah. It will make for a decent screenshot, I'm sure. If we get left behind and it runs targets, we'll go set up the original position and I'll take a screenshot. Slap it on Twitter so everybody can comment below. Them taking the trade and it hitting, and me complaining about being left behind. That's how that usually goes. So. But anyway, we got the right draw. I mean, obviously that's half the battle. So hopefully some of you guys were able to capitalize. Hopefully some of you guys were able to capitalize on the analysis today, at least. If anything, we definitely we were never, ever short biased, ever. Not for even a second were we short biased. Were we a little bit like doubtful in here of could we hold this and do another drive potentially? That was about it though. Never once was bearish. Just in, Fed Chair Powell says we will deliver 2% inflation. It is really tariffs that is causing most of the inflation overshoot, is what Powell is saying. Use the orange glasses on the thumbnail. You guys like the orange? Come on. Listen, who in the chat also wears orange blue light glasses? Honestly though, these daytime ones, these clear ones, they do fucking just as good. Really these orange ones, I'll just wear them at like nighttime. But yeah, it's crazy, like the difference that your eyes feel if you sit here staring at these white charts, or just really any phone screen for a period of time, or any sort of screen. It's crazy the difference that your eyes feel afterward. Orange is against your religion? What? Orange is the new rainbow. They do look a little corny, I won't lie, but shit. We're already day trading, so like how much more corny can it get? Guys, we're already day trading. We're day trading with prop accounts. It doesn't get cornier than that. So, fuck, I might as well embrace it. Trump is invisible with them on. Let it go for your fill. I'm letting it go for my fill. Don't worry. It's either gonna fill my limit order, or I won't take a trade today. That's really it. That's why it's like the whole chasing comment is just funny to me. It's just like, if I'm waiting for price to come back to a limit order, how, like, I'm pretty sure definitionally that'd be like the opposite of chasing. It's like I'm actually waiting for the entry that I want before I participate. It's, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh my. Yeah, man. But let me know, boys. Shoot. Again, just kind of kicking myself. Try to get a little too cute with the entry on that inversion. Like, literally was just waiting for it, and then just literally no pullback. I mean, fuck. Not a wick. Not a singular wick, bro. Not on E-mini either. It wasn't, yeah, so it wasn't even just MNQ. Like, just fucking go. 252, boys. Just... yeah. So that's a bummer, obviously. Can't do nothing about it now, other than complain about it, but... Right idea. Just did not get filled. Son of a... It just would have been such a nice... It just would have been nice. That's all I can say. It just would have been nice. Just would have been nice is all. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. Who else has been there? Who else has had something similar happen? They get a little too cute with the entry, and they get missed by just the smallest of margins, and it kind of upsets them a little bit. Anyone else? This is where the chat is like, nope, that's never happened to me ever one time, actually. Never once. Nope. This is a foreign thing you're saying. This has never happened to me. Only you, Tyler. Dumbass. Should have chased it. I know it phase. Or, not phase, sorry. Fate? Fate Snipin' Empire? Fate Snipin' Empire? Yeah. Damn it. It's almost like the reason it's a little frustrating is just like, because obviously we were so patient throughout all of this, right? You guys know as well as me, like there's traders all over the place fucking putting trades on in here and not waiting. And then it's just like you wait, you do the right analysis, and it's like, now I got to wait a whole day to get back to higher probability conditions again, right? Got shit to do, people to see. You know? Waiting's half the battle. It's Rezahi, not sure why it's saying that. Oh. It happens, though. It does happen. Oh. Do you guys still think I'm cool, though, for, like, predicting it correctly, though? Does that... Do I get brownie points, at least? Does it still earn a like on the stream? Or no? Please say yes. The coolest. You get aura? Fuck yeah. That's all I actually wanted. As long as I got aura. D's nuts shorts. What's up, D's nut? What's good? The longs are good, seemingly. I tried to get a little too picky with entry, apparently, and did not get filled. I've just been liking lately, and it's served me well up until today. I've been really enjoying when we get inversions, putting limit orders at the retest of those inversions, and they've been getting filled. Obviously, every once in a while you get something like this, but it has served me pretty well doing it this way up until today, but obviously it's a little bit faster moving markets with FOMC. So probably not going to be coming back here, but yeah, I've been enjoying executing inversion setups that way. Lately, at least. Yeah, that's true. At least my glasses are cool. That's a good point. Oh, Daryl. I'm glad you caught something though. Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. It could maybe come down here, generate buy side one more time, and then retrace. I don't think that's gonna happen. But even this would be like a 1.3R. So not the best, but the original trade, we got this, would have been better, right? My stop, exactly, I kind of just wanted it to be below this inversion candle. That's why I had it down here, but really protected by inversion, fair value gap, breaker. So this would have been a little over 2R. Hugo, you're leaving? Hugo, what if it comes back and picks us up? Hugo's like, keep dreaming, pal. Shit ain't coming back. Yeah, it is kind of stalling out here though. Never say never, boys. We've seen crazier things happen. ES has still leaving 905. I just kind of don't think so, just because this hourly candle I feel like has already put in the low and we flipped back bullish, so I would expect this to just continue. I mean, hell, maybe in a degenerate universe, yeah, there's buy side. Maybe in a degenerate universe, it wouldn't be like full blown degen, but perhaps even this inversion could have been something, right? That one might have taken. Get a pretty decent RR there as well. But anyway, yeah, buy limit's coming off here. I'm going to set up the original order here just so I can get the screenshot for Twitter. Oh, shit. All right, delete that. Yeah, boy. So, oops. Yeah, boy. So flat on the day for me. No trades. Yeah, I just got a little too cute with wanting to be a little too precise here, I guess. So we've taken 905 on ES. That buy side level, that previous weekly high on ES has now been taken. I think 878 here is still previous weekly. Actually, no, that must have been a different buy side level. So we've taken previous weekly high on everything then. I thought the higher up level was, yeah, okay. Yeah, 868 was NQ previous weekly high as well. I mean, it's up to you guys. I mean, some of you guys are probably trying to short off of that if you get something, but to me, that was the objective for the afternoon, and I just would either anticipate price to be less optimal or just continue working higher. But yeah, I'll probably call it a day, to be honest. But looking ahead to tomorrow, we got more news, right? We got unemployment claims at 8:30. Okay. But yeah, now that we're past the interest rate decision, we'll see hopefully a little bit better movement Thursday, Friday. Honestly, we'll see how tomorrow goes. And maybe Friday would be a day we take off, just kind of depending. Like I'll say if tomorrow we get like really good, expansion, I would kind of anticipate Friday to be probably a shit show. If I'm being honest. I mean, shit, who knows, boys? This is all-time high on ES, right? Yeah. 953. Boys, we could be ES all-time highs tomorrow. I don't think that would be out of the question. NQ, definitely not, but yeah. Oh, son of a gun. Well, anyway, boys, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys took longs here and caught that move to previous weekly high. That is what we were framing up all day. So if you guys did catch that, congratulations. Drop a 1. If you guys did not catch it and just kind of got left behind like me, drop a 2. Drop a 2. But yeah, no trades for me. Unfortunately, didn't get picked up on the limits. Yeah, I don't really know if there's much else to say, honestly. Not really much else to say. Interest rates cut as expected. Market moved higher also as expected, so pretty straightforward, I'd say. Pretty straightforward. And Jerome Powell is... I don't think so. What the... This live is now a Trump roundtable. I did not. This is the same live. It just rolled into a new live, I guess. So yeah, I think Powell's done. I think Powell is done, boys. Yeah, we'll see what tomorrow holds, boys. Like I said, I'm kind of going to be leaning toward... I think I'm going to be leaning toward more longs tomorrow. And obviously, we've got a lot of data to print between now and then. But yeah, I'm honestly kind of just of the assumption that we will just see price continue expanding. Like I said, I think ES all-time highs could very well be in play this week after this. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll try to capitalize tomorrow and then... go from there, man. But appreciate you guys as always. Hit the like button before you go. Like I said, it kind of sucks. I got left behind by a little bit, but that's all right. It's shit happens. Shit happens. We'll be fine. Life goes on. All right. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your guys' Wednesday. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Answer you, says Moha. Moha, I don't like the way you said that. You didn't even say please. Answer you. What's for 50K select account, how much should I make to meet the consistency on the eval? It's 40% consistency rule, so anything below 50%, or I'm sorry, anything below 40% is good. So 50K, what is it, a $2,500 profit target? Hang on. By the way, boys and girls, I guess thanks for the reminder. It is the last day for the select promo plan pricing. So they extended it to the 10th. So today at midnight will be the end of this. So 40% off. You can see what the prices do go up to. Like this 50K account is going to go from 95 to 159, et cetera, et cetera. So you're going to save a lot of money if you do it now. But looking at the 50K, profit target is 2,500, which is pretty crazy because this is lower than most 50K accounts. Most 50K evals are 3K. So that's pretty cool. $2,500 profit target. What's 40%? 40% of 2,500, $1,000. So yeah, just don't. I mean, if you make more than $1,000, it's fine. You just got to make more at the end. But it just doesn't benefit you to make more than 1,000. So that is what I would say, Moha. Hopefully that answers your question. Any other questions before we go? People are already dropping like flies. Going once. Going twice. And sold. All right, guys. Enjoy your Wednesday. Take advantage of the select promo pricing, boys and girls. Otherwise, yeah, man. See you guys back here tomorrow morning. Enjoy your Wednesday, boys and girls. Congrats to anybody that went long today. I salute you. Peace and love, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wake up early, coffee to my lips. Tyler Trade streaming, giving us tips. The NASDAQ hustle riding up high. Jones on my playground, never asking why. ICT moves, smart money flows. Precision like an arrow, yeah, that's how it goes. Stop losses shaking, but I hold my ground. Payouts stacking while the beats pound. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trend line snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Tyler trades, yeah, he's calling the plays. Future's bright while the market sways. If you run it, we don't delay. Stack those wins every single day. Trader age every single day. Trendline snap, time to break the mold. Risk to reward, pure liquid gold. Liquidity grabs, making it rain. I'm in sync with Tyler, bringing the gain. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age. Party lights, flashing charts on the screen. Profit targets hidden, living the dream. Man of the hour, Tyler takes the stage. ICT king, ruling the day trader age.